If you're a 6 or 7 figure entrepreneur scaling fast but secretly hating how you look, how you feel, and how little discipline that you have outside of the business, then this video is for you. I'm going to break down the 10 brutal truths that high-level entrepreneurs need to hear if they want to start taking their body and health seriously. The first brutal truth is that you've built the business but you still don't respect yourself. You've scaled the business, you're doing 6 figures per month, maybe even 20, 30 to 100K. But when you look in the mirror, it still doesn't feel like enough. And that is the gap. That's the self-respect. And no revenue goal is gonna match it. Because as soon as you put the laptop down, you step away from the business, all you are is the man that hasn't been treating themselves the way they know they need to. You might not be overweight or weak, but you just know that you're not operating to the highest level that you could be. The people around you see you crushing the business, but deep down, you know that your body, your energy, and your confidence doesn't match the persona that you give off. And you want to command respect and actually be a leader, not just from the outside, but feeling it from the inside. And many studies have shown that people with low body satisfaction score lower in self-worth regardless of their income or their career success. So fixing your body isn't about vanity. It's about your identity alignment. The second truth is that if you're still tired by 2 p.m, your hormones are completely fucked. This one's for the guys that swear that they slept 8 hours but still feel drained by mid-afternoon. And it's not about sleep anymore, it's about your broken hormone cycle. It's due to your poor blood sugar control, jacked cortisol, and low testosterone. And this happens from years of inconsistent training, overloading on caffeine, and having poor nutrition. And there's hundreds of studies that show that your fitness and activity level directly correlates to your testosterone. You don't need more stimulants. You need internal recalibration. Fix your hormones, increase your testosterone, and you'll feel like a machine again. The third truth that you don't want to hear, you're wasting your discipline. It's like cold calling with no script. Sometimes you're going to perform well, other times you're not. Being busy, whether it's in the gym or out, doesn't move the needle. But doing the things you need to do, that's what takes you the step forward. Your body doesn't just change from effort, it changes from having a good strategy. Structured resistance programs led to a 1.5 to 2x increase in comparison to random unplanned training. Your time is valuable, so start training like it. Truth number 4 is that elite operators run on systems, not on willpower. Here's the truth, you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems, your strategies, your baselines. The most dialed in founders that I've worked with, they don't rely on motivation. They actually have a strategy and system to take the actions they know they need to take. These include preset training windows, nutrition strategies to make it more of a habit than a task, and non-negotiables that run regardless no matter how busy their day is. Good habits reduce cognitive load and increase compliance by 80%. Discipline isn't waking up hyped or watching the David Goggins video to get motivation. Discipline is about automation and doing the same thing every single day. Truth number 5 is that your body speaks before you do. When you walk into the room, whether you like it or not, your body is saying something before you do. And even if you're a millionaire but out of shape, the first thing people are going to perceive is how you look, not what you're worth. Strong, soft, sharp, sloppy, these sort of things are read instantly when someone sees you. We as humans actually form an opinion on someone's confidence, competence, and trustworthiness in under 100 milliseconds. No amount of talking fixes a weak first impression, but a powerful physique, that commands respect before you even open your mouth. Truth number 6 is one that you're probably already familiar with, and it's that procrastination is self-sabotage in disguise. I'll start next week when the business is less busy. I'll start tomorrow, today's stacked. That's a load of bullshit, and you know it is. Because those I'll start tomorrow have been going on for weeks, months, and maybe years. And that pattern is the real reason that you'll stuck. Procrastination isn't about the time that you have, it's an identity conflict. You don't see yourself as someone that puts effort into their own house, because you might feel like the business is more important, or you might not feel like you're the guy that follows through with fitness. But imagine who you could be if you were dialed in with your business, dialed in with your fitness, had energy and confidence to actually move forward every single day. And it's been shown that chronic procrastinators score higher on stress, anxiety, and low self-esteem across every industry. And if you want to become elite, you need to break the procrastination cycle. Truth number 7 is that you're not too busy, you're just out of control. I don't have time is a complete lie. This is what happens when you become too reactive to your day-to-day tasks. Top founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, they train because it sharpens them, not just mentally, but physically. And that for them, being in amazing shape, having high energy and confidence is a really high ROI activity. And it's been shown that founders that train at least 3 times a week have a 20% increase in their productivity. Your body isn't the sacrifice, it's the amplifier. So put time in your calendar to actually focus on the thing that moves you forward. Truth number 8 is that shredded founders, closers, or salesmen actually close more. And people want to buy based on certainty, confidence, and presence. And like it or not, your physique plays massively into that. Confidence is a body language, and body language starts with the body. It's been shown that more athletic looking individuals are rated more persuasive and competent even before they speak. You don't need to be a cover model, but if you want to close more or bigger deals, then you need to have a body that commands the room. Look at one of the guys I trained, Tamir. He went from 50k a month closing 12 to 15k deals to 100k a month closing 100k deals. And he called me up and just said, I feel so much more confidence in my body, and that means that I'm way more confident to go do the deals and try the things that I never would have wanted to try before. Truth number 9 is that balance is a lie and structure is your power. Balance is how average guys stay average, and structure is how elite operators scale every area of their life. This is because if you have structure, you don't have to think about the day-to-day tasks that you need to do. All you have to do is do them. And everyone has a certain amount of thinking power per day. So if you're wasting all your thinking power on thinking about what you need to do, then you're not going to have enough mental capacity to go and do it. And you don't want your lack of structure in your life to cause you to skip the gym for brunch or skip the gym for the meeting you didn't know was planned. I want you dominating a business, being shredded with your girl, and feeling confident whoever you speak to. And that comes from having structure in your life, so you don't skip out on the key things, such as going to the gym, that allows you to have that energy and confidence that you need. And it's been shown that people that implement structured routines have a 30% lower burnout rate. In my opinion, freedom comes from structure, knowing that you're going to do every day what you need to do. So you don't have to be worried about the tasks that you know you need to get done. The final truth number 10. Your high performance habits are actually wrecking your life. Late caffeine, skipping meals to do more work, back-to-back Zooms with zero sunlight. That is not being a high performer. That's your fast track to actually getting burnt out and not being able to put the inputs you need to your business or your life that you know allow you to move forward. Chronic stress raises cortisol, tanks testosterone, and increases fat storage, especially around the gut. Your business habits might be scaling your revenue in the short term, but as the founder, you are the one who has the biggest input into the business. Your actions have the biggest outputs. Whether you don't work on the business much or whether you work on it a lot, you are the top dog within the business. So if you get burnt out, then that can have a massive negative effect on the business in the long run. And if you're someone who wants to build something big, not just someone that wants to build something quick, then your physique, energy, and mindset are a key player to that. So stop your bad habits and start building automated habits that make you feel good throughout the day. This could be waiting 90 minutes before you have your morning coffee, because your adrenal system doesn't kick in for the first 90 minutes, meaning that the coffee doesn't have the effect that it should have. And this way you get the max amount of energy from the coffee, and you don't get the midday burnout as you would by having it first thing in the morning. If this was helpful and you're generally someone that wants to build the systems to become not just an elite performer in business, but an elite performer in life, go watch my YouTube video, Supplements the Top 1% Used to Win, where I break down the supplements we created for Alex to make him a high performer in life, in business, which helped him scale the business massively whilst traveling the world and getting in the best shape of his life. So if you want to take stuff to the next level, start building systems, then the easiest way to start with this is buy your supplements. These give you a quick boost, help you build structure, but you need to make sure you take the right ones, otherwise it can be pointless and a waste of time. So go watch my YouTube video, Supplements the Top 1% Used to Win, and I'll see you there.